Garcia, one of the founders of Pachuco Car Club from the San Fernando Valley. Actually, this is the originated here in San Fernando.
When was the car club established?
2002. 2002.
How many chapters do you guys have?
Well, what separates us from the other clubs is that we don't really like to call them chapters. We call it a family. So, our family, like we got in San Diego, that's our other family. We got, went to Japan. It's in Tijuana, Ensenada, Ventura County. And we're locating right now up into Kern County. So we're barely, getting well established. The club's a fairly new club.
Approximately how big would you say your family is, consisting of how many members?
In total, we're probably about 180 members with everyone together right now.
Oh wow, yeah, that's dope. It was as far as your family's concerned, or your car club, if you will. What's your guys' main focus? Do you guys do charity work like a lot of car clubs do?
Yeah, the main focus is to give the Chicano culture, the raza, a positive. Back in the day, the stereotype Pachuco was like a bad word, And what we did was we wanted everybody to see, because a lot of times people get a different persona when they see old cars or lowriders or what. They think that right away it's a gangster or a gang member, and that's not true. A lot of us are hardworking, family, oriented people who enjoy lowriding and being Chicano. I mean, this is part of our culture, Growing up in the Chicano culture, it's all about having the nicest cars and being dressed, one of the baddest, and that's part of it. And our kids today, my sons, they're into it, they like it, and so our main goal really is just to show that the Chicano is in a positive culture, We do a lot of fundraisers for different events. We don't make money off of the things that we do normally. We give money to the local charities or wherever it's needed, So we just got asked today to do a show, and that's to sponsor the St. Jude the hospital. So all the proceeds that we get will be donated to other, charities.
Cancer research.
We did the March of Dimes a couple of years here, We did a show for the boxing for the youth here. We did something for the high school to help them get their uniforms and stuff. So we've been getting together with the locals in the community. And our brother chapters there, our brother, not say chapters, but our brother families all over do the same. That's one of the recipe to our success, I would say, is peace, unity, and respect. You know what I mean? Peace for one another, unity as one big family, and respect for everybody. And that's what we roll by.
In your opinion, in the lowrider movement, I know you mentioned back in the days, what has been the biggest shift, if you will, or the biggest change in your opinion as far as the whole car scene is concerned?
Now, the biggest shift to me is that the local police department don't harass you. They come and look at your cars, and back in the day, we were hiding. They would pull you over for having your rosary hanging on your mirror. You look like a gangster. Nowadays, they come up to you and give you a thumbs up, and they ask you, "Does that take regular gas?" You know what I mean? They don't. They're a lot of the police today are a younger generation, so they see these old classics, and they're inspired. Like, wow, man, what is that? What does that run? And then they know that the razas, that the guys that are driving these beautiful diamonds, that man, they take a lot of pride in their car. We always have. And I'm speaking for the raza all over. Man. They take pride in everything they do. It's a lot of money, a lot of hard work. Take care of these cars,
I think it's kind of helpful, you having your kid there that, the law enforcement strays away from the stereotypes, you know what I mean? Because it takes away that negative image that the kids would have back in the day as opposed to the way they do it now,
Exactly. And, me working for the schools, I do all kinds of events all the time for LA Unified. We take the cars and we show the kids, This is our version. We can take a classic car, and a lot of the other, you go to like the museums and they have them all in stock. We just add a little bit of flavor to them and airbag them and do our own thing, Make it the way that we like to lowride. And my son, I'm trying to bring them up to, and they're seeing, that it's all positive. And if you would, it's a sport, Lowriding is a sport. You're competing against other people, other clubs, and you have the car, you're trying to build the nicest car. It's just like running the track, trying to be the fastest runner. Pretty much the same thing, you know what I mean?
About, if you guys do, about how many competitions do you guys find yourselves entering per year, if you will?
When we first started at this same park, I'll never forget, there was a meeting here. they had all the local clubs in the valley were here at this park, Mission Park, and they heard about Pachuco Car Club, you know, and they were like, what is that? Is that a club? What is that? So we rolled in. We had 5 members at the time. We pulled in this park. We showed our plaques, and we talked to the main presidents of the clubs that day, and we shook hands with everybody, and we pretty much got, welcomed them into the lowriding scene where we brought our own club out, because this club, like I said, was a relatively new club, and we were bringing it out, and we were starting it from the San Fernando Valley, you know, and we didn't really know how they were gonna react, but I think every day is a competitive day, you know, because every club wants to be well known. But the one thing that I take pride in this club is that we're all about raza, and everybody in our club, you know, they have that pride, you know. We're prideful people, but we're good people, you know. They give you the shirt off their backs, you know. And that's what we're all about. It's just being united, being as one big familia.
What are some of the requirements you guys have for your, newer members and whatnot?
Right now, the requirements that we have are, pretty much, we always say it's not only about the car, it's about the person behind the wheel. But it's got to be 54 and below. We do have a few newer cars, but these guys are like older guys that are in the club, so to speak. And some of the guys it was their last dream that, they're in their 70s and they want to be a Pachuco member. So some of the guys voted on giving exceptions to them. But the requirements are that you have a 54 Chevy. I mean, doesn't matter if it's Chevy or what, but 54 and older. And you gotta have that pride. You gotta have that pride to where you have pride in whatever you do, because you're representing us. And also the peace. The peace that everywhere you go, there's always people trying to mock whatever, but you just got to have that peace inside of you, because when you're wearing that Pachuco on your back, you're representing all of us, no matter where you're at. You could be at a liquor store, you could be at a car show, at a swap meet. Everybody sees that, and you're the one person. You're representing 100 people, more than 100 people. So you got to have that positive attitude, positive, and that's pretty much it, and to see that you want to take care of your business, set up your car, and do things in a positive way, and have an open mind, big heart,
If anybody after watching this would be interested to contact you guys, do you guys have like a Facebook or anything?
We're pretty much, we used to have our own website, but that kind of phased out with the newer era of the Facebook. But they can go to the Facebook on Pachuco. We have the webpage, and we have the club in there, and they can see the contact members. They can notify somebody, and somebody will eventually get back to them.
And just for the record, can you state your name and title in the car club?
My name is Lupe Garcia, and I'm one of the founders from the Pachuco Car Club.
My name's Donovan from the Pachuco V Class. This is my partner here, Juan. Tiny. From Pachuco V Class.
Were you guys founded at the same time as the car club, or did you guys get initiated after?
We actually were approached on it in 2010, and we kind of cultivated it and got it together and got our members. We started out with 5 because that was bylaws. You got to have at least 5 on it. And then 2011 is when we did our first run, which was down in the Anvil Valley at the Thunder on the Lot. And then we've been here since 2011.
Being said, what do you think? Obviously, 2 wheels and 4 wheels, but what do you think is the major difference amongst clubs that are, bikes and cars in the car club?
Well, we share the same outlook as far as the Chicano style. Pachucos, they run with the bombas, and it's come to our, everybody knows that the bikes are the new thing. So we as Chicanos, wanted to bring out our own style, our own flavor. So with the bikes and the cars, it was just a good combination.
How many members are you guys now?
32.
What are the requirements like? Do you guys have any specific requirements or prerequisites for you guys to have for somebody to join your bike club?
We do. Chicano style, you got to have the 21. It's either you're riding high or you're riding low. The fishtails are mandatory. A lot of chrome. My bike is the exception because I got a lot of black, but 9 times out of 10, it's a Chicano style.
And I like the idea. And plus, I'm not Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican, but I ride with.
So as long
I'm the only Rican. I'm the only Puerto Rican in the group, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But I like the style. I like the style, and I'm going with it.
do you guys get together all the time, like the cars and the bikes, or is there times when you guys just ride out on your own and do your own separate thing?
Anytime there's an event, we always coordinate with the car guys. But we, as the V-Class, we have our meetings once a month. But with those meetings, we kind of make it more intimate. We have it at a member's house, and it's invite the cars. But more importantly, that we break bread together because it keeps the club nice and tight.
Vice versa.
Yes.
If anybody were to look forward to joining you guys' B-Class Club, as you guys call it, how can they get a hold of you guys? Do you guys have a Facebook, like a separate Facebook for the bikes alone? Or
anything that has to do with Pachucos, you can ask a car member, you can ask one of us. The one thing that we hold is there's really no leadership. Everybody stands shoulder to shoulder. All the brothers are equal in every sense of the way. So all you got to do is you see a Pachuco, you ask him and he'll direct you or he'll give you the information.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, that's pretty much it.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm out.